Om Shanti. This is the meditation on the Murli of 2nd of August 2025. Let us check our stage. Who is listening? Is the soul awake? Imperishable, immortal soul, holding hands with Baba. The ocean of love makes his children into the ocean of love too. The aim and objective of us is to become like Lakshmi and Narayan. Everyone loves them so much. The children know that Baba is making us as sweet as they are. It's here that we become sweet. However, it is only by having remembrance that we will become sweet. Yoga of Bharat has been remembered, but it is the remembrance. It is by having this remembrance, yad, that we become the masters of the world, like them. And this is the effort that we need to make. The main thing is remembrance. It is remembrance that brings love. If we want to become very sweet and lovely and also claim a high status, then Baba says, make effort. Otherwise, there will be great repentance. There are many children who are unable to stay in remembrance because they become tired and they stop remembrance. So Baba says, first of all, make a lot of effort to become soul conscious. Otherwise, the status you will receive will be low. You will never become sweet again. And very few children draw a lot of love by staying in remembrance. There must be remembrance for the Father alone. The more we remember Him, the sweeter we will become. Lakshmi and Narayan remembered God a great deal in their previous birth as Brahma and Saraswati. Lakshmi and Narayan have never been defamed by anyone. Sri Krishna was defamed mistakenly. Rama and Sita also been defamed. Baba says you will become very sweet when you consider yourselves to be souls. There is a great deal of pleasure in considering oneself to be a soul and remembering the Father. The more we remember Him, the more Sattva-pradhan will become. It will be 16 Celsius degree, full, perfect. We have been taking 84 baths every cycle, and none of us can return home until we become completely pure. So Baba explains again and again, as much as possible, make this point firm. I am a soul. When I, this soul, reside in my home, I am Sattva-pradhan. Then I come here and take birth. Some take certain numbers of birth, the other takes different number. By the end, all souls become Tamo-pradhan. If we want to go to that perfect world, Baba says, you have to become perfect. Simply having this knowledge doesn't mean that you are becoming perfect. You have to become perfect. As much as possible, consider yourselves to be souls and children of Baba. There should be great happiness inside. We now have to connect our intellect's yoga to the Father completely. We mustn't become confused about this. Even if we have to go abroad, simply, Baba says, make one point firm. I have to remember Baba. Baba is the ocean of love. This praise doesn't belong to any human being. souls praise their Father, because all souls are brothers, and the Father of all souls is just the one. So Baba says, children, you were Sato Pradhan, and you have now become Tamo Pradhan. Now, Baba says, at first you were perfect. All of souls were perfect when they are here in the home. Although they play different parts, they are still perfect in golden age. So Baba is talking about golden age here, that you were all perfect when you first came. And no one can go back there without having purity. In the land of Vishnu, in heaven, you have peace as well as happiness in that land of happiness. This is why our dharma is highest on high. We have limitless happiness. Baba says, just think about what you are becoming. You're becoming the master of heaven. And this birth is as valuable as a diamond. No matter how clever you may be in this knowledge, the Father would never find you sweet just with that. It is only when you stay in remembrance that you become sweet. You will then also find the Father to be very sweet. This is the sweetness of the soul, internal sweetness, where there is absence of ego and Ravan and Maya. Baba says, you will then find the Father to be very sweet when you become sweet. This study is very common, very simple. Become pure and stay in remembrance. Baba says, note down very carefully. When you stay in pilgrimage of remembrance, all the conflict that takes place and the arrogance that develops will stop happening. The main thing is to consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. When we become ugly by sitting on the pyre of lust, it is then that the Father comes and says, I have come once again to rain the nectar of this knowledge. What are you becoming now? The palaces in the golden age will be studded with diamonds. There will be all types of comfort there. The cows are such they don't even ask. Even seeing them makes you feel so happy. Baba says here all the essence is taken out of everything, the main thing. This world has become very dirty, so you mustn't attach your heart to it. Baba says, he sits here and explains us what the human beings of today are like and the human beings of tomorrow will be like. But you are in between. You hold on to Father's hand in order to become the most elevated human beings. Purushottam. You are making the whole world into heaven. You should bring yourself to a state of intoxication. Oh, we are establishing our own kingdom by following Srimad. And this Srimad is Baba's hand. The Father now is making us double donors. The Father says, open a godly university and hospital in 3 square feet of land, to which human beings can come and be cured for 21 births. The suffering of karma is so severe. The Father says, in order to become free from all of this sorrow, simply remember me. I don't give you any other difficulty. Baba knows that you children have faced many difficulties in the past. Baba says the lifespan of the golden age, viceless deities, were on an average of 125 to 150 years. So when you become ever healthy, your lifespan would also increase. You then have the bodies that are free from disease. The Father is also called the eternal surgeon. the Sadguru, gives the injection of this knowledge. Baba used the word injection in Hindi, Murli. So Baba says Sadguru gives the injection of this knowledge. The darkness of ignorance is dispelled with this injection. It is because they don't know the Father that they say darkness of ignorance. But it is only in Bharat that they don't know biography of anyone. They call out to the Supreme Soul, a remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness. O Mother and Father, Acha, we can say, tell us the biography of Mother and Father then. They don't know anything at all. But we know that this is the most elevated confluence age. We are now becoming Purushottam, most elevated human beings. Therefore, we should study fully, with full attention. Baba says, while walking along this path, the Brahmin became trapped. So Baba is talking about Brahma Baba and the aspect about the purity. It was when Baba made him into a Brahmin that he began to be insulted. The whole of local council, the local community, was on one side and Dada was on the other. The whole Sindhi community asked him, what are you doing? But he said, in the Gita, the versions of God, Shiva says, lust is the greatest enemy. By conquering this, you become the masters of the world. This expression is in the Gita. Someone is making me say this. By conquering the vice of lust, you become the conqueror of the world. The Father comes to make us into swans who select the jewels of this knowledge. In the beginning, they had a lot of strength, takat. No one now has that much courage. They say that they were heirs, but to become an heir is a completely different matter. In the beginning, it was a wonder of them. Those from very big, grand homes instantly renounced everything and came to claim their inheritance. Therefore, they became worthy. Those who come at the beginning performed great wonders. To become a bead of the rosary, we have to make effort. The rosary is very long. There's 808 and 16,108. But Baba says, make plenty of effort. Consider yourself to be souls and be part of that rosary. Baba says, if you don't stay in remembrance, you can't climb onto Baba's heart throne, because remembrance begets remembrance. Those at the beginning instantly surrendered themselves. So what is it that surrender? To surrender yourself is not like going to your auntie's home. The main thing is remembrance, for only then will our mercury of happiness rise. At the end, you will have visions of everything, Baba says. You will see what status those who had a lot of remembrance will receive. You will have many visions at the end. Whilst destruction is taking place, you will be eating the halwa of having visions of heaven. Baba explains to you, he says, again and again, increase your remembrance. Baba does not become pleased by just explaining a little of this knowledge to someone. There is a victory by having this conviction. When we have doubt in the Father, we led to destruction. But victory is when we have nishchay. Sins are absolved by having remembrance of the Father. Baba says, make effort day and night. Then the mischief of our physical organs will stop, because this requires a lot of effort. But the way to do it is, there are many who have no chart of remembrance, but Baba says, keep your chart of remembrance and have deep foundation. Stay in remembrance under all circumstances as much as possible, for only then will you become Satopradhan, 16th celestial degrees full. Together with purity, there also has to be the pilgrimage of remembrance. It is only when we remain pure that we will be able to stay in remembrance. Baba says, imbibe this point very well. The Father is so egoless. Baba says, as much as you make progress, everyone will bow down to your feet. They will say, truly these mothers are opening the gates to the heaven. The power of remembrance is still very little, Baba reminds us. So Baba says, don't remember bodily beings. It does require a lot of effort to become Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. So let us make this remembrance as strong, as firm as possible today. Blessing, Baba says, may you become an elevated server who achieves success in service you do by having consciousness of being an instrument. The consciousness of being an instrument automatically brings us success in service. If there isn't any consciousness of instrument, there is no success. Elevated server places every step in Father's footsteps and make every step elevated by following His direction. The more all waste is finished in our service and in ourselves, the more powerful we accordingly become. And such powerful soul achieves success at every step. And that elevated server constantly has zeal and enthusiasm and also gives that to others. The Avyakt Signal, become easy yogi in experience of God's love. The string of God's love pulls you, the soul, close from far, far away. This is love that gives you such happiness that when you become lost in this love for even a second, you will forget all the many sorrows and will continue to swing in the happiness for all time. The Father has so much love for you, children, that all your desires for happiness and peace in life will be fulfilled. Not only does the Father give you happiness, but He makes you into the masters of the treasure store of happiness. So let us keep this aspect of love of Baba in our mind and remember Him endlessly, continuously. Today, Om Shanti.